Hey, what's up, guys? This is Campmire, and I'm going to be giving you a tour of my castle and survival realm with me and my buddies. Been working on for a few years. This realm has been active. We have multiple areas. Um, we got this is our nether base. It's been built for probably about a year or so now. It's a big project. My buddy Anthony and um, Hunter Tiki been working on. We got a basalt farm over here, dining table. Really a lot of work has been going on to this realm, and this is my first video on YouTube to show off some of my builds on my personal project I've been working on. This tunnel is kind of messed up, so don't worry about it. Now this is Castle Exodus. This is a project that has been going on for about a year and a half. I'd say total time that I've been working on this castle has been about 5 months. So this whole project as a whole started about a year and a half ago, and I've been working on it 5 months in game time. What you're seeing now is the ray tracing pack. That's why the game looks like this. I like playing on it personally because it makes the game look better and it makes me want to play more. But this is Castle Exodus. This is kind of like my little village area, kind of in between the throne room and the actual village area over here on the left. But these are some walls I made up. It took me about a whole weekend to make this design and these walls to make the towers look supported. I'm pretty happy with the design. It's pretty thick and strong looking, which is rightfully makes the castle look pretty big. They're about 3 or 4 blocks thick. We got towers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towers, I believe. Yep, in the front. That is kind of like what I started on. I have many pictures I've taken on the journey to building this project. The front over here is the first thing I built starting this castle was this wall and this tower right here with this little entry wall right here. I'll give you a good front view before we get started into this. Here's the front view of the castle. Do a little cinematic. That right there is my pirate ship. We'll get to that a little later, but as you can see, I'm surrounded by ocean pretty much. On the back side is all ocean. I built this castle in a broken, shattered savanna. I knew it was going to be hard, but I knew that once the castle was built, this castle was going to be elevated, so it would look much better and much more intimidating. That's kind of the look I was going for. As you can see in the top left corner, this realm has been played on 16,272 days. That's how many Minecraft days has passed through in this realm. So we'll get started. These two I just finished the other day. These 2 statues I made. It took me about a full day to make one because of the shaping and stuff. Let me get a bed real quick. But yeah, them statues in the front, the Spartans, took about a day from all the sculpting. I have a bed in here. And the helmet was definitely the hardest part. I actually, for the Spartan helmet, I have a hoodie that has a Spartan helmet on the back of it, and I use that as a reference to trying to shape it up, make it look as much as a Spartan as I could. But I think they turned out very well. We'll get back over there. I'd say this is my most proudest project, and a project that's probably still going to go on for another 6 months-ish, maybe another whole nother year, because I'm not done with all the interiors yet. As you can see, I used red nether brick for the swords. I thought it was a good block to use to make it look a little bit more color matched with my castle. I used base color blackstone, textured it with blackstone bricks, and then his armor is made out of deep slate bricks. I'd say his arms were pretty hard part too, trying to shape those up. He got the shields on their back. The deep slate is supposed to be their armor. Now I'm gonna go. We'll move on to the pirate ship since it's all the way over here. The goal for this was I was supposed to be making another pirate ship over there on the other dock, but I kind of got sidetracked and started another project on the castle. But for future reference, I'm going to be building a pirate ship that's about twice as big, twice as wide, and it's going to be my personal one out there in the ocean. And I want to try to make a pirate ships where they're fighting cannons, and you see a kraken in the distance from the ocean, and you can see them fighting and stuff. So that's future plans right there. But yeah, this pirate ship right here I am very proud of. This thing took about a whole weekend. I'd say, yeah, 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The sails were definitely the hardest part, making them look like 3D. As you see, I made black wool, kind of built them on the 3D, make them look like they're kind of gliding in the wind, about to take off. This is made out of jungle wood, dark oak, birch, kind of all different variations of wood. Try to get a little more colorful look, because I've never built a pirate ship before, and I think it turned out pretty good. So this is the captain's quarters. Got a little decorations in here. This is obviously the steering for the ship. We have actual working cannons. I made working cannons. I didn't think they were going to work out nearly as good as they did, but we have a farm in the nether that we have a trading, bartering farm where we get unlimited fire charges. And so I'll load them up, and you can just flip this lever right here, and it'll shoot fire charges in the distance. It's pretty sick. You can actually use it. Downstairs we have, this is kind of like trying to be realistic with pirates and stealing loot and robbing other people's ships, taking their gold and gunpowder, whatever I thought would kind of fit the theme in a pirate ship. We got blocks of gold right here. This is kind of, I need to add some more stuff in here because it's not really finished, but I'd say about 95%. You'll come to find out a lot of my projects on this castle. A lot of them are unfinished because I get very sidetracked, and sometimes we'll take long breaks, play a different game, and I'll hop back on, and I won't resume the project I was working on previously. So that's how that goes. These towers in the front, I absolutely love the design. For the spikes, I was going for like a medieval Elden Ring aggressive looking castle. It's supposed to not look welcoming. It's supposed to look like if you're here, you're probably not going to come out unless you're a prisoner or getting traded with other pirates. That's kind of the theme I was going for. And these towers were really hit the nail on the head with the theme. Them aggressive spikes, they were very hard. I'd say I think it took me about a week to make both of these towers because of the detail and the angles for it. And obviously this is survival, so I'm constantly using rockets and stuff, rocket jumping to get up in high places, and scaffolding, and that comes with a lot of time usage too, and a lot of material used. Also, all the materials I've used in this castle, blackstone, you guys are probably wondering how I got this, how much blackstone, like how can I possibly get this much blackstone naturally? And it was from a farm, the bartering trading farm I was talking about earlier in the video. My buddy Anthony built this trading farm that basically uses, you put gold in it, and the minecart with the hopper goes and delivers gold, so the Hoglin's trade, and it's basically constantly running. So we get unlimited blackstone, unlimited string, leather, flame charges, obsidian, a bunch of items. And I basically AFK'd the gold farm and took all that gold and put it on that farm, and that's how I got all this blackstone. So yeah, I think last time I counted, I've used, it had to have been at least 20 double chests of blackstone. I think so far of what I've used on this castle. And I showed you guys the basalt farm. That's how I got all my basalt. And deep slate, obviously you have to mine that, so that was a lot of mining. I do not like mining for deep slate. It's actually my least favorite thing to do. But yeah, them towers, they're very detailed on the walls, as you can see. Every layer of section, I try to make it look very strong, so you can see stairs, walls. It's about 3 layers of blocks per. You go up and then the design changes. Those are not interiorized yet, both of them. Right now this is the front wall. I actually just recently extended the front wall out. It used to be where this front wall ended about right here. It ended right on that corner of that tower. So this was all cut off, but it just changed 2 weeks ago when my buddy gave me the idea, why don't I extend the castle out further, because of this part of the castle was not covered, it was just open. So he told me to just extend out the wall and make a back entrance, and that's exactly what I did. And then that took me a whole nother week to do with all the materials and stuff, maybe even a week and a half. And I basically just extended this out all the way to the back. I haven't finished placing andesite yet, but all this is new, just from very, very recently. Clear out the trees. I'm thinking about putting a church is going to be here. I'm going to put a church, kind of like a mini version of a small church inside the castle in a little village, graveyard or something. But as of right now, I am working on interiors, so really exterior buildings are not my priority right now. This is another wall I just made. After I made this wall, this little extension of the castle, I redesigned this little island. I call it an island because it's just its own little wall holding the tower up right here, this wizard looking tower. And I redesigned it because I didn't like how blank it was. It was just basalt, blackstone, and andesite. So I wanted to redesign, and I thought making it obviously look bigger and stronger, that's what, to give it more depth, that's what makes things look good. And it's a bunch of upside down stairs with chiseled blocks, walls with some little designs in the middle, just make things pop with the crimson wood. Because with this ray tracing pack, the crimson wood really brightens up. Here we got the wizard tower. This was actually, I think, the 3rd building built on this castle. So the first thing that was built was that wall and these towers right here. And we got the throne room with just this middle part right here. That was built. And then came the wizard tower. The wizard tower is honestly, I'd say, probably top 3 buildings in this castle that I absolutely love. It took me forever to build this thing because I was constantly thinking of different designs while I was building it. I didn't know how tall I wanted it. I didn't know how the top wanted. I didn't know if I was going to do a square base or a round base when I got to the top. So a lot of the time was deciding what I wanted to do to make it look perfect. And I think I really did that with the square base, and I just did another square base and the wizard top. I'll get you a better view up here. But yeah, I love the roof. You can see all of the towers have sharp roofs. I believe that if you're building a castle, sharp roofs are very superior over nubby roofs, just because of the aggressive look castles usually have. I don't know if I said this, but this is jungle wood. I use jungle wood because it was a great color combination with blackstone and basalt. Because when I first started this castle, I was looking at a lot of references online to see kind of what people use for colors in their castle and how they really set up their castle. and I got the idea from a guy online. He had built a castle with blackstone and jungle wood, and I was like, wow, them two color combinations really look good. So I did my own little redesign using deep slate and andesite um, to kind of break out the colors a little bit more, and red nether brick, and I think it really brings out that black. And because with the ray tracing pack, blackstone is very dark, and vanilla Minecraft, it's even darker. You can't really see blackstone like you can with the ray tracing. But yeah, that's kind of how I got my idea for the castle itself, for the reference colors. Because a little bit of background, before I started this castle, I was probably a mediocre builder. I'm probably not going to do a world tour. I'm probably going to save that for a later day, because there is a lot of stuff on this realm, and there's multiple castles and multiple different people's projects that's going on. There's a city and there's a lot of things. So before this castle, I was building my skyscraper in the city, and really only building skills I had was pretty average, maybe a little bit above average. I wasn't very good at interiors. I love designing exterior designs, but this castle really opened my eyes for depth and building, really building with depth and detail. I've learned a lot while building. Progressively, everything that I built on this castle, I've constantly gotten better. But stairs and walls are your best friend for making things look thicker and give it a little bit more 3D look and make it more real. But yeah, that's the background of my building style, and I never really liked building castles. I think this is actually my first castle I've ever built. So that's a pretty big feat. Biggest castle I ever built, and it's the first castle. I think this might be the biggest castle in the realm, if not the second. I'm not sure. I know it's the tallest. Let's see, I haven't shown my throne room yet. You guys are gonna love the throne room. I just recently just finished the throne room. It's not 100% finished, but all the basic structure for the realm, for the throne room is basically done. So we'll give that look right here. The lighting is just insane. The ray tracing, this pack. This ray tracing pack, I didn't mention it, but this is called Kelly's RTX. If you Google it, you can install it. That's how we did it on ours. We're playing, obviously, Windows Bedrock edition, so we uploaded this ray tracing pack so everyone can download it. It's just if you're on console, we have buddies that play on console, and they downloaded it, and they can't obviously use ray tracing for consoles, so the game gets really grainy if you try to run this pack with consoles. So all of my buddies and me, including me, we run PC, so we can run this ray tracing pack, and it makes everything pop more and glow, and you got shadows, you got light, and I love how the throne is lined up perfectly. It's about morning time. You'll see the shadow light come through, and it'll shine right on the throne. So I think that's pretty cool how the throne's perfectly lined up. At a certain time of day, it'll line perfectly with the throne. But these walls, it took me about, I'd say, a whole nother weekend to do this throne room. There was a lot of planning, and I just was very undecisive with how I wanted these pillars to be. And the biggest problem was the lighting. So, blackstone is very dark, and I used red nether brick. Actually, this is regular nether brick. It's not red, but it is very dark. And the only lighting I had was from the front and from the back. And so blackstone, you can't see, so I've had to get some big chandeliers in here to light up things, and sea lanterns with red glass over it. My buddy gave me this idea to kind of light up the floor so you could see the pillars, because before you couldn't even really see the pillars, and you couldn't just see the design. So now there's a lot of lanterns in here lighting up everything, and the chandeliers are hanging from a 30 block chain with some walls attached to it. But the sides of the throne room, on each side there's doors that go out to the opening right here. Kind of like, these are the towers, the big towers in the front. They have it on both sides, the back side, and then on both sides you got stairs that go up to different floors, and I haven't decided what kind of floors, what I want to put on these floors to kind of take up some space and make it look like a castle. I've been working on interiors on another tower, so I kind of finished the throne room, the basic layout of it, and I kind of got out of here because I was figured I was going to burn myself out because it was taking so long. But there's good views back here. There you can see some shulkers and double chests laying around everywhere because I really didn't have a storage system until I just recently built my storage room, so all my storage was just everywhere around the castle where I built. You'll see that throughout the video. But same on both sides, both towers, good views. This probably is honestly going to be like maybe a mini library. I might have bookshelves over here, maybe some anvils, armor stands, break up the space a little bit more with some carpet and lanterns, a little bit more lighting, some paintings maybe. I have a couple paintings on the other side. But there is, I believe, 3 floors and then the roof. So this is all the same if you go on both sides. It's all the same on both sides of the throne room. They have the same exact layout. Wanted to keep it simple. And this is actually the roof. So this is like if we were fending off enemies from the castle, this is where some of the archers would go up here for high ground. And just recently I built this right here to get access to these 3 towers in the back. I just extended out the tower's wall, and I connected it to the roof, so it's a seamless walkthrough. So you can just walk on the roof and walk in these towers. And these are like another lookout tower variation, kind of. They're pretty cool. It's like another area archer could be to, or a spotter, spot stuff in the ocean. But it's on both sides. I won't go through the other side because it's the exact same way, but I didn't have trapdoors on the other side. But that's how I'm keeping it seamless, is with the trapdoors. Let's see, behind the throne room is, I didn't talk about the floor. I don't know if you guys seen the floor, but the floor is stairs. I use stairs to give it a more depth look, with some dark oak and basalt. Thought it was pretty simple, but still give it some depth to it. Behind the throne, while I'm talking about this is going to be the king's room. It is very red in here. I thought it was going to be worse than this, but this is pretty decent for how much red is in here from the sun. I'm going to have the king's bed in here, which would be, I guess, my room, and I'm going to keep the high ceilings probably, because I love the look of the high ceilings. And put some bunk beds in here, and probably my master bed, one of the corners or something in the very back right here, but add a bunch of designs back here, what king would have. This is a great view from the back. That's another lookout point where I take pictures of the castle, that scaffolding tower over there. This is the towers back here that are connected to a rogue tower and another rogue tower. These are both of my rogue towers. But these are the big lookout towers I made from the back. Give you a great, this is kind of where the army would be at. The whole army I got at the castle would basically be on lookout on this whole curve on the back side of the castle, my defensive towers. And each tower is going to have, I think that one, yeah, that one has a ladder that goes up to the top. That's how you get access to that. You come down here. This is how you're going to get access to the bottom of the tower. There's stairs going down here, and I'll show you what's down there in a second. But this is another floor that I haven't finished yet. I haven't even started. But I haven't decided what I wanted to make this. But there's nice glass windows. They're going to be on these windows too. I have glass over here. You're going to see this a lot in the video. There's a lot not finished, but I wanted to basically do an update on what's been going on in this castle. This is kind of the corner staircase. It's a really steep staircase down to the storage room, and I has a 2-block middle, so it looks very good with the alignment with the pane in the storage room and the pillars. It's kind of like a little working station, crafting table on your chest, and my storage room. It's probably halfway done. I have not put all the stuff in because there's still stuff scattered around the castle I gotta grab and put in the storage room. Got little decorations here in the back. This is my dungeon right here. This was made after my throne room and after a couple of the towers. I wanted to do an interior design just to kind of spice things up a little bit because I was designing exterior stuff for a while. So this is my little taste of my first interior on this castle, which was this dungeon room, and I'm pretty happy with it. It's textured with moss cobblestone. It's cobbled bricks and chiseled bricks, stone bricks. We got chambers in here. They don't work, and I don't have an idea how I can make them work with pistons without people seeing the pistons. So I haven't really messed with it to actually make them working chambers where you can flip a switch and they open up seamlessly. So I just leave them for decoration. But there's candles, there's shelves with heads and zombie heads. The lighting is very nice in here. Let's sleep real quick. This is another one of my interiorized rooms I just did. Take a look at that later. Thought I picked up the bed, but I guess I left it. Okay, so this dungeon right here. I'm okay with the entrance. I might revamp the entrance a little bit. I think it's a little basic. It's pretty bland. Like I said, a lot of things I built not thinking about the future, and I've progressively gotten better at building, so I've seen a lot of changes that I need to do. That stuff has been built for a while, and I revamp here now and then. But right here in this dungeon we have what I call the stretcher. I made this because I thought it was going to be like a torture chamber. We got two grinders right here, saws, and basically a prisoner, a murderer would get attached with these chains with his arms and his legs, and he'd get stretched, and then he'd get cut in like a torture chamber. And right here we have a guillotine. Guillotine, flip the lever, guillotine falls, and the head falls in the bucket. But yeah, that's it for the dungeon. Got some pillars here. This is how you access the top. I think I went up here. I don't know if I flew up here, but this is a nice staircase to get up how you access the top. You got some more designs here for a wall. I love this design for this wall right here. It started out as this tower right here was just built on nothing but just dirt and stone that was chopped off by me, and I basically used this space to fill it in with a wall so it would look a little bit more seamless. And then I terraformed below with stone, try to break it up and not make it just look like a block of it just got cut straight off, so I terraformed with stone, make it look a little bit more natural. Right here I plan on doing something with a waterfall or something with this open space, because this hole goes out to the ocean. I kind of want to make some really cool design with stone, make like a little corner statue or something that's water's running down it with nature and some vegetation, but kind of make it a little bit more natural and cool. Really cool design I got planned for that. I'm gonna come over here and I'll show you guys my farm my buddy built for me, because I'm not good at redstone. I have no experience with redstone. I know the basics of it. I just don't take the time to really think in how to build farms. So he built me another wart farm that I needed, and I designed all of this to kind of, because I'm good at building, I'm not good at farms. But basically this is my big nether wart farm for red nether brick, and you flip the switch and water will come down and break the nether wart. Just a basic farm. But yeah, this is a very cool room. I love the design of got a nice way to get down here. That's what I wanted. That's what I made in the meantime. So over here, you guys are probably wondering what this ball thing is, and to be honest, I didn't really know either when I first built it. I wanted something kind of like a fantasy design castle, and I wanted it to have something kind of fantasy-like where you don't see in normal castles. And so the story behind the ball is I wanted to make it, like a villain castle. So this ball is supposed to be where you get where the castle gets energy from. So somehow the ball draws in energy, and that's what powers some of the castle. And however that makes sense, it made sense in my head at the time, so I wanted to put a ball, and it really makes the castle a lot cooler, just because it's a tower holding a ball. I mean, it looks cool. But the tower itself, this is what I'm actually working on at this moment, is the interiors of this stuff. Making this ball was very hard, and making these kind of angles, arches holding the ball was even harder because of the spacing, and I had to break and destroy. It took me forever to make them. And if any of you fellow builders know, building things that is high and building up under something, but it's above you, but it has no ground, that is very frustrating. You're constantly using dirt and scaffolding to build out and build under stuff. It's very annoying and very time consuming. But pretty much I have 2 rooms done. These are little tastes of my interiors. I was pretty excited building interiors. Started up a new chapter in the castle. We got little basic stuff here. Mushroom, little lighting. These chiseled bookshelves. I love chiseled bookshelves. Little master bed. Pots for storage. Chests for storage. Armor stand. The basics. Little chandelier. Just nice, simple, good lighting interior. This is how you get to the second floor. But basically this tower is for ambassadors. So my buddies who have castles in the realm, they come over. These are where they would stay. I'm making quarters for them, rooms for them, just like they have in their castles. They're making rooms for people who are visiting the castle. And this is their room. We got nice paintings, bookshelves, chiseled bookshelves, little white couch. I was really skeptical about using the new Palewood couch because my castle's all dark and it's supposed to be medieval. And this looks kind of like a modern white couch, but I was kind of thinking of the old big leather white luxury couches that back in the day they had, that was just made out of like big white leather and just real fluffy looking. That's kind of the look I was going for. But yeah, we got barrels. I used for supports. I really like the barrels. Made them look way more supportive. Kind of break out the colors a little bit. The dark oak and stone. I wanted to use stone because I was tired of looking at black stone all the time. They really did bring out the colors a lot more. Makes it a little bit more alive in here. But this is like the second floor loft. Pretty cool. Upstairs, I'm starting that probably tonight. There's a couple more floors that need to be done, and this tower will be officially done. This tower has been built for a very long time, so I'm happy that interior is finally getting done in that. In here, pretty much none to look at. I'm not sure what I'm going to use with this, but I want to do something in the mountain with a lot of rooms, so that's kind of the start of this entrance for something. See the arch bridges, very nice bridges. There's a lot of bridges in this castle, and these arches right here is what took so much time to try to sculpt them out to make them look even, because I'm a very perfectionist on evenness and symmetrical things, and if it doesn't look right, I'll go back and fix it. I'm not the type of person to just leave it if it's messed up. I do not like it. But right here, I don't know if you guys seen, but this is my water wheel. It's a little side project I did just to kind of take a break from building on an actual castle. I made a big water wheel, and there's a lot of plans for this water wheel. I'm going to fill it up with water down here, make it look a little bit more realistic, and there's going to be some some sort of village down here with the church, kind of how they get the water and how the castle gets its water supply. It's all going to make sense later in the future, but I love the design of the water wheel. That was a cool little addition. Right here we got a staircase in the wall. This is how you access the second floor. Basically from the castle, without flying. That's how you access for now. Just got one set of stairs. And this is kind of the feeling I'm trying to get through is with Elden Ring feeling. You're a small character walking through a giant piece of structure. That's kind of what Elden Ring makes it feel like. And there's a lot of nooks and crannies you can explore and just get the real feel of how big this is. And it changes. The horse is not supposed to be in here. Yeah, vexed around that. I was gonna be building this castle out of quartz and blue warped wood instead of red crimson wood. So I actually have very old pictures that all the wood that used to be in the front of these towers right here used to be blue. Now it's going for a blue look instead of red. So I changed my mind, I changed the colors, and it looks way better now. So the quartz is gonna be taken out. But this is like a little back door to access a big rope tower over there. I like the design, looks strong. Walls, stone bricks. We got deep walls for depth, and on the ceiling we got crimson wood to break out the colors more. A small little bridge right here, you guys can see. I really love this bridge and this walkway to this rope building because this is actually one of my favorite buildings in the castle. I think that this is going to be like some sort of grand library. I'll give you guys a good view of it here. And I think that this is like something a medieval castle would have. It's very menacing looking, very big, very just very detailed. It's simple, but it's detailed. With the 4 peaks and then the center peak, and then it's got 4 more little roofs on the roof to kind of, give the roof just that much more depth look. And it just looks so nice, and I absolutely fell in love with the design. That I think took me about 2 weeks to build. That was a big project that I was working on, and I just wanted to do something big in my castle, another big tower. The rope tower was actually built before these 2 front towers were built. These 2 front towers right here came after this guy, so don't forget my bed again. But this is going to be a grand library. I haven't figured out how you're actually going to get up to here because I want to make access from this front tower and use this bridge to go here too, because I want it to be just my castle all walkable. But this is definitely going to be a grand library. Up here in the corners, this is how you access the corner towers. Obviously, I'm going to make it more convenient with stairs or ladders or something to make it a little bit more convenient to get up here. But it's obviously the same on all 4 sides. Very nice. And then on the roof right here, I don't have a way to access this, so I have to break it. This is like a chill room and like a little secret room. It's pretty big. There's windows up there. For lighting, there should be one right here. There's another bed. But yeah, I love this spot. It makes it all cozy, and it's a big tower. So this is, I think, going to be the grand library. I'm gonna have enchantment tables, max enchantment table in the center or something. Big plans for this building right here. I've not went over the bottom building and give you guys a good view of the back. This was a result of me kind of thinking why my castle didn't look as good as I wanted it to be. So this was obviously a shattered savanna. It was a cliff. All this right here was all terraforming done by me. I had to extend that out because I had built this wall right here and I had not terraformed because the cliff was way pushed in than it already is right now. So I had to terraform out, make it look much more natural. And I still have a little bit more to do right here. But I was wondering how I can make the castle look better, because it was just cut off. All I had was that throne piece right here, this throne room right here, and this wall and this rogue tower. This right here, this big part of the castle, all right here, is all new that I added to just basically attach to the back of the throne room to give the castle way more stronger and bigger look. And it was perfect because that's exactly what the castle needed. I'll give you a good look from the back. Very nice. Very strong, very menacing looking from the back. And there's the front, the back entrance back there. Right here, the bottom building, it is empty. My plans for it, it's going to be a big open dining area, or a big dining room in the castle basically. So this is kind of the design I was going for. I wanted obviously the base to be big, so I was like, oh yeah, this has definitely got to be the dining room. So I'll give you a good look inside. Dang, there's beds everywhere. Keep these on me. It's pretty dark in here. I have a lot to do with trying to figure out how the lighting is going to be in here so it's not too dark. But yep, this is a perfect size for a dining building, and it's going to house giant tables in here. And I'm going to terraform this or cover it up and kind of make access. I got to make access to this building from the throne room. So that's a big plan that I have to figure out. And up here we have nice wall design. Makes the castle look a lot more aggressive looking with these wall designs. I love them. It really makes it look like a castle. This second base right here, I think I had planned that this is going to be the army's barracks. So the army I have for my castle, it's basically protecting my castle. I'm going to make a bunch of rooms. It's all separated into this one space, probably like 6 or 8 rooms, all separated, and it's going to be bunks in each room, and every room's going to have like some sort of old bathroom, old shower, and there's going to be hallways, and I'll be able to make it look way nice with this much space. So that's what's going to be in this building right here. And you guys seen the storage room already. Throne room. There's nothing inside this wizard tower, unfortunately, but I think that's what I'm going to work on next, because this is a big tower. I haven't figured out what I'm going to put in it yet. You guys can see the top. I think I have figured out what I'm going to put up here. My buddy has a tower very similar to this, just the top part pretty similar, and he put a brewing station and brewing stuff, so I might do the same. This is a really good space to have potion making stuff, so I think that's something I might do. And this is another thing for the fantasy look, this little tower that's hanging on this wizard tower right here. I wanted to go for a fantasy look, kind of floating tower beside a wizard tower, so that's kind of what I did. Very, very good tower. This was honestly, I love this little tower so much because I thought it was so cool. You're 170 elevation, you're so high, good views. I wanted to make it my little personal room before I built the throne room and stuff. So. This is very red. One negative part about this ray tracing pack is the glass is very, very color oriented for what color, whatever it is. You can't, if it's blue, it's very blue. If it's red, it's very red. It's hard to see anything else. And I can't get out of here. But, yeah, Wizard Tower, I love it. Let's take a look at this village down here real quick. This is another break I took from building exterior stuff. I went on a tangent about building a village in my castle because everyone else had villages and stuff, and I decided to make my own version of jungle wood and dark oak, kind of theme of the castle. So these little ships are trading ships. I built them like other castles were trading with me, and these are my boats coming in to drop off goods. The sails are up on this one, pretty easy, cool design. Really enjoy the design for both of these boats. The sails are up on this one. I have a cow in here trading animals and stuff from different castles. This one actually has a bottom floor. A little more storage. This dock chains. I'm gonna spread some trapdoors around here to make it more textured dock. And here's the storage I was telling you guys about. It's just everywhere. Got little buildings here. This is, I guess, the house for trading market. This is what I built for, I guess, the main building to do trades in. This next building is the knowledge house. I love this house. It's kind of built into the side of this hill right here, and the lighting is not very good in here. I do not like how dark it is in here. Maybe I can do something. But yeah, this is very cute small house. Very simple, little personal room up here. And you got stairs on the side, so you're looking out the windows on both sides, but pretty simple design. We got, I don't know if I had named this building yet. Yeah, it's just a building, hasn't been named yet. Haven't decided what this is gonna be. Could be another little shop. Someone's selling something. I'm gonna make more shops, but pretty, another simple design. Little arches on the roof to make it look more a little fancier. We got the stable right here. Generic stable. Supports are made out of barrels. I thought it was better than using trapdoors. Another building, it's empty. I love the design. I came up with just throwing wood down and kind of lining them up. Kind of look like a checkered look, and it's very nice. I love those floors. This is my personal house that I built. Kind of like a log cabin, but kind of taller. I thought at the start it was kind of a weird design, but I think it's very unique because it looks something like an old village would have, kind of type of building. And just use trapdoors, dark oak logs, black stone, jungle wood. Fourth floor, we got a little bit of storage, some chiseled books. Dang, the lighting in here is pretty bad too. Got a little kitchen right here, cauldrons, barrels, storage. So this vegetation, these vines and trees I got growing is kind of the design that I wanted to do to make it look like it was growing in the house. So it's kind of spiraled up through the house, the greenery. Make it look like it's growing, kind of cool. More bookshelves. I think some of these might be enchanted books. We got the, I think I have, yep, the blacksmith's building. Those are monsters nearby. The blacksmith's building. Let's see, we got a bunch of anvils in here. There's some chains, kind of make it look more realistic. A bunch of cauldrons for quenching the metal and stuff after you beat it with the hammer on the anvil. You quench it in the lava or in the water. And then you can use lava to heat the metal up and get it hot so you can beat it. You know, it's like making actual stuff with the blacksmiths, forging swords and hammers and stuff. And here's the furnaces that go up, and it's connected with the chimney. And it's supposed to be ran up to here, so all this smoke is supposed to run up into here, and that's on fire. For some reason these trapdoors catch on fire sometimes. I'm not really sure why, but kind of built like the same log cabin as this one. I kind of give it that old log cabin look. I'm going to show you guys how it vents. So I made this really cool design to make it look like it's venting from the roof. And it's a small detail, you know, looks really nice, kind of functional. I think that's it for the village. We got, what have I guys not showed you? Okay, I know what I haven't showed you. We'll go up here again. Fly this way. Here's the stairs that go up to another part of the castle. This is how you access the towers on the top right here. This is like archery view for more archers. This goes all the way down. This is a cool little bridge right here. Good views of the castle. You can see I have some more work to do, taking down some of this dirt, terraforming, making it look a little bit nicer. Yep, this is one of those towers. Just gonna walk back over here. And we have, this is the corner where you start going up to the castle. So this is another little island wall design I made. Kind of look a little bit more stronger, look more like a castle, because this was just all stone. I mean, there's still all stone. You can see all the way down here, and I had to chop it off, and you can see all that. I do not like looking at that, so I'm probably gonna fix it up a little bit more in the future. But for right now, I just stuck with building the top side, filling it with black stone, give it some more depth. And this is a spiral staircase that goes up from the side of the mountain. This is how you can access it, just straight forward with the staircase too. I'm making more rooms inside the mountain probably here in the future. I plan on making this castle very, very explorable, so there's going to be a lot more things added inside the mountain that I have a lot of space for. Up here is like the market. I made this market before I made the village, so it might not make sense why there's some stuff up here and stuff down there. I'm not really sure why either. Maybe I might remove all this and maybe put another small building up here. Maybe I could even put a church up here for how much space I have, to be honest. But anyways, this is kind of all tied in together. This little rope tower I have, it's just a shell right now. There's nothing in it. It's the same concept as the other one I showed you down here. It's just much smaller. It looks good. I don't know what I'm gonna put in it yet, but very cool design. I love all my rope towers. This tower really has no purpose right here. This was a very early tower I built early on, so not my proudest design. I could have done a lot better, but it doesn't really have any use because of how many blocks I used to make it look very like a very depth look. It's detailed a little bit, but there's just no use just because of how much space I'm available in for here. And it's kind of just like a lookout tower. No, not really useful, but you know. I got some more chests. This is a big tower that took forever. I think it was probably like 3 weeks it took me to build this. There was a lot of materials in. This design is very, very intricate on how stairs and walls are put around. There was a lot of destroying and breaking and a lot of redesign to try to make it look very fluent and very tall, very strong. And I ended up coming out on top with design, so I was very happy with that. It's just a shell. Another bed, but I'm not too sure what I'm gonna put in here just yet, but there is a lot of space up here. It's actually the second tallest tower in this castle, but I really enjoy the top, how it looks, very cool, very much, so much space up here, and this is like the best view in the castle is up here. You can see everything. Our elevation right now is 202, so so we're ahead of everything besides the wizard tower, that peak over there. And then up here you can get up even higher. I'm going to have access to it from a ladder below. And these are just some chests I had left around from doing some stuff. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Besides these little towers, there's nothing in these little towers. It's just more lookout towers I haven't made access to. If I can make it into there. Yeah, whatever. You guys get the gist. I almost died. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else that I have built to show of my castle. I can give some more good views from the back. I love this back entrance. I haven't fully finished it because there's no door or anything to get access to, but there's going to be a big tall door, kind of like what I have in the throne room, that front door that I got with trap doors that I made. I'm not too sure yet, but this path goes all the way to a village nearby, and that path follows the village, and the path goes across the ocean back there and goes to my buddy's castle. But this castle is about 2,000 blocks away from any other builds we have, and we access it through the nether. Everything's connected through nether tubes we travel, because a lot of our stuff is pretty far away. But give you guys another good view of the castle from here. There we go. And I think that's how I'm gonna end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a comment, subscribe, tell me how you thought about the tour of the castle, tell me maybe changes I need to do. I apologize, this is my first video, so if I'm kind of stuttering a little bit, it's because I'm kind of trying to think on the fly. I appreciate you guys watching. Thanks for coming.